Hey everyone, today we're talking about how to freeze broccoli. So a couple things before we get started. If you're freezing broccoli, you can't freeze just a whole stalk. You have to freeze the individual florets. And before you freeze it, you have to blanch it. So with broccoli, like if you don't blanch it before you put it in the freezer, like it's gonna degrade once it's in the freezer. So blanching it kind of helps preserve its color, its texture, its taste, everything. So it's just a real simple step. Now, there's a couple different ways that you can actually blanch the broccoli. You can boil it, you can steam it, or you can microwave it. Depending on the volume of broccoli that you're going to be blanching and freezing, and depending on the size of those individual florets, that time can vary. So it's, if you're boiling it, it's probably a couple minutes to 5 minutes. If you're steaming it, it's about the same. If you're microwaving it, it's maybe about 3 minutes. The important part when it comes to blanching is that you just notice how the broccoli is changing. So what I'm showing you here is you have a floret that is uncooked, and then you have next to it one that's blanched. And as you can see with the floret that's blanched, it's a really nice, bright, beautiful green. The one that is not cooked has a little bit more of a green-blue color to it, like you just see broccoli regularly in the grocery store, right? So you just want it to start to turn that color. Once it kind of just turns that color green, no matter what method you're using, boiling, steaming, or microwaving, whatever method that you're using, once it turns that color, you want to stop. Take the broccoli out and immediately transfer it to an ice bath. This is important because you want to stop the broccoli from cooking. So take it and put all of that broccoli into cold water, add some ice there, and let it sit there for about 5 to 10 minutes until it completely stops cooking. After it has completely cooled, we're gonna take those florets and we're gonna put them on a baking sheet with some parchment paper, evenly spread out. So here's another thing about broccoli. You wanna think about when you're freezing it. How are you going to use the broccoli once you actually take it back out of the freezer? If you're going to just throw it in some soup or a casserole, they can be uneven sizes. But if you're maybe gonna stir fry the broccoli, you probably wanna have florets that are pretty equal in size, so that way that they cook evenly in whatever it is that you're making. So just something to think about. Also think about how you eat broccoli. Like when I eat broccoli, I don't peel the stalk. I like the stalk just the way it is, but some people peel it because they like it to be more tender. So you want to do all of that stuff before you even get to the blanching part, right? Make sure that the florets are the size that you want to work with. Peel the stalk if you want to, and most importantly, thoroughly clean the broccoli before you even start this process, because once it's in the freezer, there's no cleaning it before you cook it, right? So you have to do that before you freeze it. So we're gonna put all the florets on the baking sheet, and we're just gonna put that in the freezer. So the reason we put it on the baking sheet spread apart is the last thing you want is after you put the broccoli in that ice bath, put it in a bag, put it in the freezer, you're gonna have one giant broccoli ice cube, and nobody wants that. So by putting it on the baking sheet and putting it in the freezer, you let it freeze separately, put it in there for a few hours, take it back out, pull all the broccoli together. You can see how hard and firm it is. Don't make any jokes. And then you can transfer it to a Ziploc bag or airtight container and put it back in the freezer. Once frozen, the broccoli will stay fresh to eat, not fresh, but fresh to eat for about 6 months to a year. I would recommend using it on the earlier side of that, and that's exactly how you freeze broccoli. Now here's a couple little quick tips. So one, if you want to store broccoli before you get around to freezing it, store broccoli like a flower. Cut off the end of that stalk, put it in a mason jar with a little bit of water, just like cut flowers, put it back in the fridge, and your broccoli will last a really, really long time. Also, you just cook the frozen broccoli like you do any other frozen vegetable. You can put it in a saute pan with a little bit of water to steam it, throw it in some soup, put it in a casserole, however you want to do it. Super easy to cook. So that's how you freeze broccoli. If you have any questions, hey, drop a comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you like to cook like I do, I release new videos every single week, so please subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.